I've been seeing the term watercolor a lot in makeup, and to me that just means milky pigmented products, but I had an idea that I wanted to do kind of just a full watercolor look. While I will be using these because I bought them and I really don't use them, the idea, I don't want you to feel like you need to go get this. The idea of watercolor to me is sheer pigment with your skin tone and undertone peeking through. Now to get this look with eyeshadow, my friends, I'm just gonna take a liquid shadow, but I'm gonna take it on a fluffy brush. I have no primer. With liquid shadows, I generally don't use any kind of eyeshadow primers. They are the primer essentially, but the fluffy brush should sheer it out so you're still able to see my skin tone kind of peek through. This is one of my favorite purples in my entire collection. I'm gonna use that same brush, I just wiped it off, pick up our, you know I struggle with my R's, and then just wash that across the lid. Get it really, really thin so I'm still able to see a little bit of my skin tone. So I think I'll just do mascara. I'm gonna skip lashes today. This brush is coming soon. But I did want to tight line a little bit, so I'm just gonna grab a little extra mascara and I'm just gonna push this into the base of the lashes just to add a little bit more depth. It's like almost a little fake liner is what tight lining is. Doug's tap dancing again. You'll know I'm a color gremlin. I want to add just a little bit more of that purple. I have it here on the back of my hand, just picking up. And I'm just going to add it right behind the lashes. So I bought these and I really do love this. It's just a very sheer wash. I feel like it has more pigment than the other one, the one in the square bottle. But right now, these are a little too light for me. So what I'm going to do is I also bought the bronze blush. I don't know if this is considered, it says it's a blush, but the shade is deep bronze. So let's do a watercolor bronze underpaint. Ooh, that's a red bronze too. I'm very excited. Okay, this is gonna be absolute chaos for just a second, my friends. Just bear with me. And the reason I'm putting it on with my fingers, you have to burst these little bubbles essentially. So anytime you're doing an underpaint, getting it wildly thin underneath is so important. And that's why I designed the C43. Now this can still look wild, okay? It's gonna look chaotic, a mess even. But it was just about getting it flat. Because remember, I'm still gonna be covering it. Actually, I feel like we could have used this brush to even break the little bubbles. I love how it's bronzing, but you can still absolutely see my skin through this. Let's have a little bit of color corrector fun. I'm actually gonna use this peach shade here as a corrector. I'll smooth it out with a brush in just a second, but I thought this was an interesting thought. And I'm also thinking I'm going to put the blush on top. I feel like I want to do that because the blush I'm gonna use isn't quite as pigmented as the bronzer. Oh, that worked as a really nice color corrector. Very, very thin. And with underpainting, I actually like to do concealer. If you're gonna do concealer, I would do it now. I'll put a little bit on my lip. I feel that I don't bring even if I'm doing a foundation, not doing anything that has to do with the underpaint, I don't normally take the foundation underneath my eye anyways, so I'll do it before. And to continue the watercolor on my eye, I take just a little bit of the concealer. It's very flat, very thinned out. It's such a small amount is what I'm getting at. And I'll take it across the eye, melt it here. Just melting my skin tone and undertone in. I have 2 pumps of our foundation. I really don't know what to call these. And if you ever want more of a wash of your foundation, I actually recommend the C41 for this. So we'll just go around. See, they have enough pigment to cover, but then it's still just very light. And the only way I could describe it is watercolory. That's nice. Yeah, I'm glad that I waited for the blush. Y'all gotta watch me do the forehead, that's fun. And this worked out nicely because the little pearls on their own, like I said, are too light for me. This is a great way to save them, because I really want to wear them right now. They're really lightweight and it's hot outside, to say the least. While I'm blending out this side, CoverGirl actually has a version of these, and I really like those as well if you wanted to try something in this realm. So I just thought of that while I was blending and wanted to tell you. So now I'm taking light peach blush again, and I think the C44 would be really good with this. Oh yeah, because we're wanting fluffier brushes for all of this, so it's more of a wash. And again, I feel like that's a great way to look at it. Just use your fluffier brushes. I don't want you to feel like you need to go buy all of this. I just had it and wasn't using it and wanted to experiment. But the idea is just a wash of color that you can see through over your skin, and fluffy brushes do help with that. I'm gonna take my normal powder. I'm gonna take it on the tip of the C44, that way I don't deposit too much. And I'm just gonna lightly set certain areas. Just take down a little bit of that shine. There's not a lot of makeup here, so it's not like it needs an intense heavy set, but I just live in a very humid climate. I don't think that you would actually need to set this if you live in a drier climate and have drier skin, but I have a lot of lizards that live outside, and their presence tells me that there's high humidity and I need to set my makeup. Before I move on to lip, I'm just gonna do my Artist Color pencil, Anywhere Caffeine under here. While I'm filming this, these are not launched yet. Look at how even. And the precision. And I can overdraw with these. These are my favorite lip liner stain. If y'all ever notice, the peel off ones never worked for me. These are delightful. So we're gonna start with the stain. I feel like I can get a really cool watercolor look with this. I want you to see that you can even overdraw. A lot of stains won't stick to the skin outside of the lips, but these will. Also, try not to talk while you do this, because that makes things harder. And I'm gonna try to take a little bit, I mean, they really don't come off, but I try to not go towards the center. There you go. Oh, that's fun. And then this is my favorite one. This is the one that stays in my travel bag. It's shade Drizzled. And then these leave a little bit of a stain behind too. Just a little bit. Because I still want my lip to peek through. Big fan of this lip. I think we should do this highlighter too. It's very in the family of what I'm after here. Look how pretty this is. Now it does have quite a bit of sparkle on it. I'm gonna be okay with that. I really will. C44, and let's just tap some here, just to kind of enhance my natural highlight. Look, no cast. Oh yeah, that's the party I wanted to go to. I got it here. I want some of my eyes too. Just in the center. Now, if you want to do kind of this watercolor look with what you already have, you could take a little bit of an essence, a glazing milk. I'm sure a lot of us have something like this in our collection. It's something with this texture, and all it's going to do is take down coverage just a little bit, and it's going to thin things out. And you're going to get the exact same wear time as exactly what I have on my face. You're not going to get your 12-hour wear, but you'll at least get an 8-hour wear. So the idea is to just kind of stretch formulas and turn them into this watercolor. So I could do a separate video on that, and I'm happy to, but I almost feel guilty because these are wildly spicy priced, and I have so many of them, but I was just so curious, and then there it was. I didn't use them, but it kind of helped me understand this formula to teach you how to make your own.